What's going on, everybody? I'm Go Big or Go Home. Today I want to welcome you back to my layout. We're doing backdrops. That's right. So I've got all my backdrops for my second level, and we're going to put them up. That's right. So this is just one of them. I've got 4 of these rolls here, and they're labeled as A, B, C, and D. I'm going to start with D, and I'm going to work my way backwards. But I'll show you all that in a minute. Now you can see here, it's 15 inches tall, so it's obviously going to have to get cut down a little bit. So I'll work all that out, and we'll put them up, we'll glue them, and we'll see the final product. So here we go. All right, so it's a little dark here, but as you can see, I've got my very first section here for my second level. Obviously, you can see first level down here. Oh, M&M's, a treat for later. Yeah, so I've got my second level. I cut it so it goes flat to the wall, and I'm holding it in place with my little clips just to kind of see how it looks. I'm pretty happy with it, so I'm pretty sure that's how it's gonna go, and I'll glue it there. And it follows the backdrop there right through to the other side. Now the reason why I'm doing it from right to left is because the wall stops right here. So I wanted it flat against the wall compared to the other side where it will end, as I'm going way over here, where I can just get to the end there and then I can slice it down the side. And yeah, it just ends basically. So depending on what I have left over here, like going from that edge this way, I can use somewhere else potentially. Not too sure, but yeah, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But for now, I'm going to continue, and I'm going to start adding more and more of these posters right along here. And I'm going to have to cut out the little triangle for each poster as well, for each of those L brackets that I have posted there. And basically I'll keep taking some clips here as I'm going along, just so you can kind of see the progression, and then one final look at the end when all of the posters are up. Okay, so let's take a look at my first 10 feet. If you hear noise in the background, I've got a fan going. This glue stinks, so I gotta keep the air flowing through here so I don't get like a bad head rush. As you can see, obviously that's glued in. I basically, so if the one poster is 5 feet long, I go about halfway, so about 2.5 feet. I have this clipped, but I have that side loose. I spray that, and then I use my, if I can find it, here we go, trusty thing here, and I flatten it out, right? So I glued the first 2.5 feet, and then I put my little clips up to hold it, and then I fold back this half, spray that 2.5 feet, do this, brush it this way, and you can kind of see where it ends. Like there's a little, little line right there. It goes right up. But when you're standing back, I almost stepped on my cat, you can't see it at all. It does overlap. So as long as you're really good at lining things up and not botching it, then it should turn out okay. But yeah, after that, basically, it dries really quick. So I kind of move quick when I do this. I did the same thing with this one. I sat it up, pinned it, right? I marked where my triangle was going to go, and I pulled it down, I used my stencil, cut out the little triangle, put it back, pinned it along here, sprayed this area, keeping in mind to spray a little bit onto the edge so that it does connect, and then obviously use this and put that down, pinned it, unpinned this side, sprayed from here this way, and then use this, smoothed it out, and now my pins are holding it while it dries. That's 10 feet right there. Yeah. And I did it rather quickly. I mean, when you've done this enough times, you kind of get used to it and you kind of get a rhythm for it. Also, it's a lot easier because unlike down here where this was in the way and trying to put it down in behind the wood, where this, you're just doing it like this, wide open, honestly, like you fly through it. So if you're going to put up, you know, like a backdrop, my recommendation is do it before you do your actual cookie cutter or your risers or whatever. That way it goes up way quicker, and honestly, there's no hassle to that. And I'm probably gonna fly right through this. This corner's gonna be a little tricky. And as we get down to here, I have to make 2 cuts there. So depending on where this starts and stops, yeah, that might be tricky a little bit, but. And yeah, so here we go. I'm gonna do another 10 feet, and like, what do you guys think? Like the trees, is it too much? Is that too much tree? Nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I mean, that's a lot of tree, but the reason why I went with this one opposed to more of this is that, you know, not every scene is going to be the same. So where this one is here, where you're looking at it, right, and you can see like there's obviously far off town and whatnot, and it's more of like a bird's eye view really from something like this. But because this is my height right here, kind of looking right at it, well, technically I'm looking right at this, but I'm more or less looking at this. It's almost like, okay, well, there's that, and then the train's gonna go right by like that. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I went with that. It just, for viewing purposes. Now for the top, that one's gonna be mostly sky. I'm really excited to show you what I'm doing for the top as well once we get to it. And yes, you gotta think these things out. A lot of people comment and say that I've really, really thoroughly thought this through. Well, yeah, you kind of want it to make sense, right? So the only thing it doesn't have, which I have really no control over, is a scene where, let's say, for example, if there was water here, it doesn't really flow to the back, because yeah, there's no water there. So I'd have to definitely come up with something, you know, a little bit more work, which is fine. But yeah, I'd definitely have to do something to make it make sense, just for that purpose. But I don't have any of that yet, so I'm not too worried. Just trying to make it all work and bring it all together. So here we go, more work. All right, so now we have completed 20 feet. And we'll go around this big corner here, and it comes to an end here. That was very tricky because it's like right at the end, but it folds over and it holds real nice with this spray glue. Again, I use this stuff, I don't know if I showed you guys or not, Gorilla spray glue. Now, I only recommend this if you're going against this hardboard, masonite, or wood. Do not use it on foam. If pink foam is your background kind of holder-upper, I would not use the spray glue because it will eat away at it. It doesn't hold all that well, and yeah. But I'm getting pretty far, 20 feet already. I'm ready to do another 10 feet, which will take me to about there, and then I'm gonna need another like 2 foot 2.5 foot section for there, and then that's done. Now that leaves me with a whole 5 foot piece plus maybe a half of one. So that's 5 feet there. And I'm only going to need maybe about half of it to finish that. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to use my very last one and I'm going to put it up here. Just because I know that this is going to kind of be a continuation of this and I need some bush there. So I'm probably going to put it here, which this is 5, 6, this is almost 7 feet here. It's just under 7 feet by like maybe like 3-4 inches. So I'll be able to get that done as well, which is kind of neat. But first, let's get the rest of this done, because oh man, I'm so excited. For the top level, I don't even need to cut out these triangles, and I've already got 2 strips, or two of these, 2 rolls, sorry, 2 of these rolls for the top. So that's going to be a good 20 feet. So 20 feet out here, it's going to come to about like maybe here. But this entire section here will be done as well at some point. I don't know, when I do a level 3 video or whatever, I don't know. Whenever that gets done or whenever I get to it. But yeah, I don't have to cut the triangles because obviously it goes right to the top there. Because yeah, that's kind of annoying having to go around these things. I do it because I have to, but I don't like it. But it is what it is, I guess. All right, everybody, there you have it. There is the last section there. So from there, added another 2 pieces, which brought us right to about here. And then I added the final piece there that is a little bit shorter than, you know, the rest of the pieces. But it lines up nice with the 2x4 there. Basically capping it off. You'll only see about, you know, that much of it anyways. Kind of like how this one is here, right? You don't see all of it, you just see part of it. And this is a scan, just so you can see all the way around and into that back section there. So out of 40 feet, because I ordered 40 feet, I have a full 5 foot section here, plus about another foot that was cut off the other one. So 6 feet I didn't use. Yeah, a little bit more than that probably. But yeah, it's extra, so I don't know. I might use it somewhere. I have no idea. But yeah, it's good to go. And I can start building my bench work for the second level here again, or at least putting it back. And I can put my piece in here and kind of build this way. And that way I can build my helix so I can come up to this level. I've got my backdrop for up here, like I said. So I might put in my first couple of pieces there just to kind of get me out of this corner, at least up to here. So that's in place. And then basically from there, you know, this is all, you know, I can just build in whatever. Yeah, well, this one was a lot easier, went in a lot easier than the bottom one. And I really like the trees. If you notice, not all the trees are the same color, and there's a couple of different shades of green there. But I think it'll blend really well once I start adding track, and you'll see the locomotives up against it, and it'll look real nice. So, yeah, I guess it's just more work for me to do of something else. And I guess I got to order in some more backdrop to finish off my top section too, huh? So I'll get some more of that in as well and get back to work. But until then, I want to thank you guys for watching and subscribing. There's still lots more to do, as you can tell. We're on level 2 now, so tons more to do. Stick around. I'm Go Viergo home, but I've got a train to catch, so I'll see you around.